China is terrorizing millions of Uyghur Muslims, locking them in so-called re-education camps and forcing them to denounce their religion. This week, the president is expected to sign legislation that punishes Chinese officials for these heinous acts. A new member of the U.S. Commission on International Religious Freedom was instrumental in making it happen. And as Jennifer Wishon tells us, for him, it's personal.
That's right. The newest commissioner appointed to the commission is a Uyghur Muslim who was actually born in a prison camp in Kashgar, during which time his mother was forced to deliver him while wearing a cast from the chest down. No doubt he and his family understand religious persecution firsthand. And Commissioner Nuri Turkel joins me now. Sir, tell us, what is life like for the millions of Uyghurs who are currently forced to live in these re-education camps in eastern China, also known as East Turkestan?
Thank you very much for having me. The Chinese government, since April 2017 in particular, has created an open-air prison-like situation for the people who are not in the camp. But according to the credible reports, based on open source government data published on Chinese sources, their estimated number of people being locked up is up to 3 million, which is 4 times the size of the population in the District of Columbia. China's government has been implementing a collective punishment of the Uyghur people, because the Uyghur religion, Uyghur identity have been perceived by the Chinese government as a national security threat. They said they're doing this under the guise of, well, for the purposes of achieving social stability and national security, but you don't lock up world-known scholars, religious leaders, athletes, mothers and children, students, soccer players in a modern-day concentration camps to achieve national security.
So when we talk about the Jewish Holocaust, we often say never again. Never again will we allow this to happen, but it sounds like what you're saying is that never again is happening right now to Uyghurs.
The Holocaust Museum recently recognized that crimes against humanity is being committed against Uyghur people. This is 2020. People should not be published based on what they worship for, what kind of lifestyle that they maintain, and what kind of people that they're married to. The Chinese government even forcing Uyghur women to marry to Han ethnic Chinese individuals with incentives and even some instances threats.
Well, the Uyghur Human Rights Policy Act calls for financial sanctions, visa bans against Chinese government officials who are responsible for this, along with some additional monitoring by the State Department and the FBI. Will this make a difference?
Absolutely. This is the first time a legislative body around the world in Uyghurs' human history passed a significant bill to address Uyghurs' political, economic, social, and religious rights. And I commend, as an American, I'm a naturalized US citizen. I think this shows the best of my country.
Is the plight of Uyghurs something that Christians should also be concerned about?
Yes, absolutely. And also this is something that I'm very comfortable sharing in public. Since the crisis come to surface, we've been receiving enormous amount of support from the Christian communities, Jewish communities, but what is lacking is the other faith group. They also should speak out. And no one should be persecuted for their religious practices. It's a God-given right. People should be able to practice, and it's a matter of privacy. And government should have no business in people's privacy when they worshiping and when they pray.
Commissioner Turkel, thank you so much for sharing with us, and best wishes to you as you begin your work on the commission.
Thank you very much for having me.